Hi, grade 8 students. Good morning. How are you all? Hope you're all fine. Please open your workbooks today. We can go with the new topic pronouns and come to page number 30. Page number 30. The topic is pronouns. So, before going to the topic pronouns, what is a noun? Noun is a naming word. Okay. We are learning from our childhood classes. Now pronoun. A word which is used instead of a noun is called a pronoun. Okay, in our workbook also it is written that words that replace nouns are called pronouns. Okay, means to avoid the repetition of nouns and to make the sentences shorter and crisper, we will be using pronouns. And these are of 5 types. They are classified into 5 types. One is personal pronoun, second one relative pronoun, third one demonstrative pronoun, fourth one is reflexive pronoun, and fifth one interrogative pronouns. Okay, these are the 5 classifications of the topic pronoun. But as per our 8th class syllabus is concerned, per workbook, we have the subtopic relative pronouns as our main topic. What is a relative pronoun? Relative pronoun is nothing but to join 2 sentences in which the relation is shown to someone. Means most probably we will be getting with who, whose, what, that, which, etc. These type of words. Relative pronouns or relative clauses is one and the same. The first and foremost thing what we have to learn is relative clauses or relative pronouns are one and the same. And just now I said to join the 2 sentences and all. For that one example I want to give you. A boy is standing near the door. That is one sentence. Now let us take the second sentence. He is my brother. These 2 sentences we can join with a relative pronoun. Relative pronoun means basing on that concept we have to take the boy who is standing next to the door is my brother. Okay, and what are used in these relative pronouns? Who, whom, whose, which, that, where, when, why, and these type of words we can use relative pronouns. Okay. Now, let's know how these words can be used. First of all, we can see who and which. So, we use who for people and which for things. Example, we can see. The book is about a girl who runs away from school. Next example. Where is the cheese which was in the fridge? In the 2 examples, if we observe, the book is about a girl who runs away from home. In the next example, where is the cheese which was in the fridge? If we take these 2, the book is about a girl runs away from school. Or where is the cheese was in the fridge? There is no meaning. So, 2 separate sentences we can join with relative pronouns. Okay. And again, in informal language, we can use that instead of who and which. Means the book is about a girl that runs away from home. Where is the cheese that was in the fridge? We can take in informal language. In the formal language, who and which are used. Okay. In some cases, we can leave out that, the word that. Means the job he got wasn't very interesting. A woman whom my sister knows has just bought the house next door. So here whom and that, basing on the concept, here whether we can use that or else whom. Okay. And one more thing we have to remember. We can't leave out who, which, what in relative clauses with extra information. That is much important. Like Dorothy, who does my hair, has just had a baby. if that example is considered. Dorothy, who does my hair, has just had a baby. One more example. I lent him The Old Man and the Sea, which is really easy to read. I lent him means he has given for reading itself. He lent the book there. What is the book name? The Old Man and the Sea, which is really easy to read. Okay. So one thing is here, it's a very important note that here we can't use that. Why we can't use that? Because with extra information is important. That's why no need of using that here. Okay. Now next word we can know about the usage of whose. We say whose for possession, means of who. Whose in the sense of who, or whom else, or whose else. So we only use whose after people to refer to things that are theirs, means their belongings, possessions. See the example. I know the boy whose goal is to fold origami. We cannot omit whose. Here we cannot omit whose in the example. So I know the boy's goal is, we can't say, because it is his possession. He want to become his goal, his ambition to become that. So there we have to use whose. And now we can learn the usage of whom. WHOM, whom, is generally used in formal contexts. Whom is used for direct objects, means like people. Direct objects means people. If you come to the example, to whom am I speaking? There, whom. The person whom you are trying to reach is not available. Generally in the phone calls also we'll be getting when we try for some other person. The person whom you are trying to reach is not available. In different languages they will be saying. So most of the time we would say who, not whom. Okay, but that is wrong. We have to say to whom am I speaking, or the person whom you are trying to reach is not available. But in the general usage you will be using, but it is not correct. And now about where. So everyone knows what is the usage of where. We use where for places. Where do you stay, like that. So one example here. This is the store where I bought that dress. This is the store where I bought the dress. That's all about where. And now let's know about when. We use when for time. For what sake we will be using? When is used for to express time. That was the day when I learned my teacher was an alien. Now next come to the usage of why. Why means naturally reason. So here also the same. We use why to explain the reason. So when we come to the example, the reason why I did it was because John was annoying me. Okay. Now come to the next topic. Oppositives means non-defining relative clauses. It also the same, but it to give some extra information we have to put a comma and start a new clause and another relative pronoun to be used. Based on the example we can understand better. See here. Actually this topic is not there, but we may come across in the future. See what it is. This oppositives means non-defining relative clause. It can't define directly, but by putting a comma means to give extra information. What we have to do? Put a comma first and start a new clause with a relative pronoun. A relative pronoun will be there, but along with it a new clause, and with a comma and continue the sentence. Means here I quoted, see in the slide I have quoted one example. John is my friend. John is very smart. So these two I am joining here. John who is means I have used a relative pronoun there. John who is very smart, comma, the new clause is my friend. That is a new clause there. John who is very smart is my friend. That is a new clause. Okay. So in such manner we can use this non-defining relative clauses. So totally we have learned about what is a pronoun. What is a pronoun? which add something to the meaning of a noun, and their types: personal, relative, demonstrative, reflexive, and interrogative pronouns. But as per our syllabus concerned, we have the subtopic deeply discussed with relative pronouns. What are relative pronouns? To join sentences in which the relation is shown to the someone or to the same sentence by joining. By what we have to join? With relative clauses. What are those? We have relative clauses with, what are they? Who, whom, whose, which, that, when, where, why, so on. These all. Okay. So we learn the usage of who, which, and in informal language that will come instead of who and which. Okay. And where, that can be omitted. And what is the usage of whose, whom, where, when, why. Okay. These all we have learned. Along with that, oppositives also. This is all the total summary of pronouns. Okay. Now I'll be giving you some exercises from workbook. Please work down. Thank you and have a good day.